today, Friday, April 17th, 2015, and thank you so much for the people who have subscribed to my channel, and thank you so much for the people who are watching this particular video. So today I realized that I have not done, I realized that I have not done and recorded for you the part 2 of my journey back to Haiti, and I am going to do so today because if I don't, I don't know when I'm going to do that, and I really wanted to, talk a little bit about it because so many people have said, well, how did you network and all of that. One thing that I'm going to say to you is that really it's the YouTube, a 10-20 minute video is just never going to be enough for me to really let you into really my journey, which is still continuing as of date back to Haiti and everything that I'm learning by being here. And so, I just wanted to let you know that. Anyways, let me just go right into it so that it's not extremely long. If you have not watched part 1 about this video, I suggest that you do so. So we left off when I said that I came down to Haiti. So by now we are in December 2009 and I'm here in Haiti. So when I came to Haiti in December 2009, in the back of my mind, I knew that I wanted to network because although my intention at that time, at the present moment, were not to stay in Haiti, I knew that I wanted to stay in Haiti at least until, April and May and going back. So I knew that I was going to stay at least for a period of 6 months. So one of my focus and my goal was to network. Now remember I told you that I had met someone online, and that person was also one of the people who contributed to having me back in Haiti. So when I came to Haiti, that person played a role in my life because what that person did was giving me a different kind of contact, and to people who really people who really played a major role in my life. So okay, so we're now in December 2009. Everything was good at my house. My parents were really happy to have me here. I was really close to the people, to my friends from back in Haiti. So everything was good, but at the same time I was using the internet, and I was looking for opportunities, and I kept writing to different institutions, even institutions that I saw that were abroad. I was letting them know about the fact that I was here in Haiti and I really wanted to do some volunteer. So I was really just writing to many people. And then in December, at the end of December, I really don't know how it happened, but I was on Facebook and my screen popped up, and I don't know how it happened really, and I ended up being on the page of, at the time, this page called Haiti 2015. And I was looking at the page, and they were talking about the fact that they were coming to Haiti, and they were gonna be doing a tour in Haiti. So I was looking at the opportunity, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. So I wrote to them. I let them know that I saw the tour and I was interested into participating in the tour, and I also let them know that I was already here in Haiti. So they replied right back to me, the co-founder or the person who was organizing. Shout out to Manolia Charlotte. They replied right back to me, and they said to me that yes, this is the tour is going on, and it was supposed to be a tour. I believe we were supposed to leave Port-au-Prince on January 3rd and come back on January 8th, and there was different destinations. We were supposed to go to Marchand de Sali, and we're going in the north side of Haiti. We're going to Palais Saint-Souci, La Cité de la Ferrière. We're also going to this place called Fondois. So I was but I was late, I sent my request very, very late day. So when she replied back to me, she put me into contact with their coordinator here in Haiti, and then she said to me, try to contact them, make sure that we have any other space in the bus, because the bus was already full. They were coming from Boston, and they were the people from Haiti. So when she did that, I went there, I wrote to the guy. I wrote to the guy in Haiti, the coordinator. Hello, Bernard. So I wrote to the guy in Haiti, and I let him know that I was really interested into participating, and that I was put into contact by the coordinator over in the States. And then so what ended up happening is that he replied to me. He said that, you know, I needed to fill out a form, send up pictures, and it needed to be signed by my parents, even if at the time I was 26 years old. That's the way it is in Haiti. You still a baby even if you're like 50, trust me. So so yeah, so then we did that. And strangely enough, so, you know, I was crossing my fingers because I didn't know if they were going to accept me, because it was such my demand. Excuse me, please excuse me. Sorry. I didn't know if they were going to accept my demand because it came so late. So when we did this, and then I print out the form. My parents needed to sign the form, and my mom was not for it. No, she was like, you're not doing it. Well, cap. She was like, no. Petite chita la caillou, c'est vacances ou vin faire, chita la caillou, ou pas vin bon problème. You know, basically telling me that, you know, she was not for it. She was like, who are these people? Who are these people? You know, she was really not for it. But we were all home. Like, my sisters were home, my cousin was home, so they really pleaded for her to sign it. She was like, well, you know, I have to talk to the guy before I sign anything, so I need to know what's going on, where you going, all these information. So she ended up talking to the coordinator in Haiti, who was really very mature, you know, so I guess she was reassured when she talked to him. He explained to her what was going on. They could have said, you know, like, F it, because, you know, it was such a late, but they were really nice with my mom. So she ended up signing the form for me so I could go. So strangely enough, remember I told you that I was a little bit panicking because I wasn't sure if these people were going to have me participate because it was late. The connect that I had from way when I was in Montreal, knew these guys very, very well. He was part of their organization, and they lived in the same town, which is Carrefour. So when I told him, and I was like, you know, I saw this thing online and I want to go, and but I don't know. He was like, oh. He was like, yeah, so I know these people. You don't have to worry. You know, you going. Like, don't worry, you're gonna go. So see how people connect. Like, I didn't even know that he knew them. He really knew them. Like, he was part of the group, and the only reason that he did not attend was because at the time he had broken his feet, so he had a casket, you know, a cast for his broken feet. So okay, so then I gotta make this quick for you guys. So then the day came, the people came down to Haiti, the people from Boston came down to Haiti, and I met them halfway. So my father, listen, it felt like I was going, like, everybody was looking at me so weird. I had a huge bag. Like, let me tell you, I had a huge bag. I had brought, because it was like 8 days, I brought half of my clothes. My mom gave me some, you know, crackers, everything that you could think of. Toilet paper, because that was my first time going into the countryside. I have to tell you that. Actually, that was my second time, because I went there when I was like a really, really little girl, but for me, that would consider my first time, because that's when I remembered. And my mom was like, you know, take this. So she helped me pack, and my dad went to drop me and 3 of my cousins. So, you know, when I got there, my father wanted to have a conversation with the guys. So he had a conversation with them. Allo, il y a Durandis. So he had a conversation with these guys, and you know, they reassured him that, you know, I was gonna be well taken care of. You know, my family don't give out their kids like that. So and then I got inside the bus. When I got inside the bus, I wasn't shy, but, you know, if I'm usually quiet, guys. Like, I don't like to talk, I like to observe. So I didn't know who to sat next to. So I walked in and I sat next to, hi Jonna, I sat next to this white girl. She was just looking, you know how white people can be. She was just by herself. So I sat next to her and I wasn't saying anything. And You know, the first destination we were going to the north part of Haiti first. We were going to Cap Haitian, and after that we were doing the other places. So you know, in the bus, I wasn't talking to anybody. It was various people in the bus. I do believe that we were a group of a little bit over 30, because the bus was full and there were other people who were driving, and there were other people who ended up taking like different transportation to get there, part of the team that were organizing this, and you know, in the organizing team of Haiti. So it were various people there, and you know, I wasn't used to it, so I sat quiet, and I ended up talking to the girl next to me, which was Jonna. At the time, you know, halfway through, I picked up my little crackers that my mom had given to me, and I offered to her, and she ate it, and then so we started to talk. So Jonna was really the first person that I was talking to. So anyway, I had to cut this down, guys. I had to make it shorter for you guys. So yeah, so we got to Cap Haitian, and it was a disaster. Like the first night that we got there, the place where we were supposed to stay at, it was not ready. There were no bed. The bathroom was dirty. Oh my God! Like, let me tell you, I took my phone. I was definitely acting like a little spoiled brat. I was like, I'm not staying here. This is dirty. Where am I going to sleep? Oh my God. So I called my mom, and I was like, Mommy, I don't want to stay. And she was like, Tourné. She was like, what the food do? She was like, well, she was like, you know, we're gonna send, you're gonna have to take a plane to come back to Port-au-Prince. And my mom had also given me money, plus I had extra money on my hand. So my cousin, which is also my sister, we're so close, we're only 2 years apart. And I was, guys, like, I was petrified. I didn't want to sleep on the bed. Oh my God, like, it was so, this is why sometimes you really have to push yourself forward and be in an environment that you don't know, and be in places where it's like it's not your cup of tea, because it was the best trip ever, I'm gonna tell you. So anyways, so I was telling, you know, I was feeling very uncomfortable, and the people who were organizing it were uncomfortable as well, because I wasn't the only one. There were the student of the University of Fondo. I was saying that they didn't want to stay there. They were not sleeping there. So we were all, at the moment when we got there, all of us were like, we're not being there. So my cousin, who was talking to me, she said to me, she was like, Becky, you know how it is. You wanted to be there, be a big girl. It's only gonna be 8 days. You're gonna come back home. Trust me, you're gonna have a good time. She really reinforced me. Oh yeah, I love you so much. She was like, come on, you know, you can do this, you can do this. I was like, well, I did this. And I went to her, I was like, yeah, but like, there's no shit. So I was like, where am I gonna sleep? She was like, come on, Becky, you know, don't you have other people there? You're gonna be good. So then my friend called me, the friend that I had from Canada, I told you, called me. He was like, how are things going? I was like, it's a disaster. I was like, it's a disaster. So I started to tell him everything about what's going on. He was like, hold on. So he called his people. He was like, yo, I need you to take care of her, like, you know, give her some shit, So his friends, who actually took different transportation, when they got down at night, you know, it felt like I was really acting like a little, like I was really treating care so well. So when they got down, the first thing they said, okay, we're gonna get her situated so she could feel comfortable. And so they talked to the girls younger than myself, yeah, and they were like, you know, let's, you know, clean up, come on, let's clean up, let's put our heads together. So the student of the University of Fondo, this is where Fondo sits in my heart, they took care of me. They literally, everybody put their hands together and got the room ready. Everybody put their hands together and cleaned up the bathroom. So everything ended up being better. Plus, you know, we got there at nighttime, so it's a different situation when you come to a place at nighttime and when you're actually seeing it in the daylight. So we used, because we're already there, and you know, everybody was like, well, we have to stay there. It was a program, so you know, once everything cleaned up, they gave me shit, and they slept next to me on the bed, because I did not want to sleep by myself on the bed. So two of the students that slept next to me on the bed, and I was scared to use the bathroom. They went with me in the bathroom. They showered with me inside the bathroom. Like, guys, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this video because you're gonna judge me. Don't judge. But anyways, so that's what ended up happening. So all in all, it was a nice time, and it was a nice time because we were together. And by the time we went to Palais Saint-Souci and we did a trip and we went to Citadelle Lafayette, we all became friends. But the guys from Carrefour took care of me, guys. You see how people, you see that little clip that I made, it's just something about me. People just take care of me in Haiti so nicely. They took care of me. When I had to go to Citadelle, I couldn't walk. For the life of me, I couldn't walk. It was so painful. I really wanted, because, you know, everybody was saying, we're gonna hike, you know, people were, and I was like, yeah, I wanna hike. I was that last person who was like all the way down and people were like just walking. So finally the guy was like, it looks like you're gonna have to take the horse because you're gonna be here forever. So, you know, they took the horse. The people from Macau were nice. It was nice to hear the Capois in their language. It was beautiful to be on the Citadel, to dominate. Well, guys, I have to figure out a way to do a trip like this or to go back to a trip like this so I could show you. It was so gorgeous. It was nice to be there. It's a long walk. It's a really, really a long walk. So anyways, after that, you know, after the trip in the north, we ended up going back to the south. So this is when it was nice. It was so different because, you know, you guys ask me why I always go to the south and I don't go to the north that often. It's because I was expecting more to the north because the history of Haiti stays a lot in the north with all the battles. And the north wasn't so great. It wasn't cleaned. It wasn't, like, it just wasn't so great. So going to the south was completely different. Because see, what had happened was the people over at the University of Fondois actually were ready for us. So we had a beautiful, nice breakfast waiting for us when we got there. The rooms were nice. Everybody had housing. And Fondois was nice. The weather was beautiful. It was nice and beautiful. So we did this. So we went to Fondois, and you know, and each of these places that we went, there was like organizing, there was different events that we did. We went to Limonade. We sat down with the mayor of Limonade. We talked to the young people over there of Limonade. It was a nice trip. Like it was an educational tour, and it was really nice, despite some of the bumps in the road. So we come back to Haiti on January 8th, 2010. And the earthquake was going to happen January 12th, right? So we come back to Haiti and everything, and we say goodbye, we exchange, we tell ourselves that we are going to, you know, keep in contact with each other, and we make small talk with one another. And all in all, it was beautiful. So when my father picked me up, he was like, my mother picked me up. She was driving them crazy. But, you know, my dad, he was more polite. He was like, you know, how did it go? You know, so he was really happy to hear of the experience that I had. It was my first time going to the countryside of Haiti, and I was really happy about that. So once I came back to Haiti, there was a beautiful woman that my friend had put me into contact on, who was Madame Sejour, who is Tiffany. Tiffany is a Haitian singer mother. And at the time, still now, she takes care of a foundation that is called the Moïse Sisto Foundation. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Moïse Sisto. If you are not, Moïse Sisto is a kind of like a historian, not a historian, but he gives a lot of kind of like radio, you know how like radio, how do you call these things in English again? You know, not a talk show, but, you know, radio show with different people, and I'll figure it out. Let me just think about it. I'll figure it out and tell you. So anyways, so she had the foundation, the Moïse Sisto Foundation, which deals with children in a reste avec position. Reste avec is a term used by us to call these young kids that are from very, very humble beginning. Most of the time their parents are from the countryside, and they can take care of them. They send them to the city to live, sometimes with a parent, sometimes with strangers, and the majority of time these kids are being abused, sexually, verbally, and just anything that you can think about. So that was the organization. So I had a meeting with her, and she scheduled the meeting for me for January 12th. I was supposed to meet with her on January 12th. So from January 8th, I was just sitting at home preparing, the meeting, and, I wanted to work with her. I wanted to work in the foundation. And then that day when the earthquake happened, I was sitting in my house, and I was waiting for my friend because I wasn't really familiar with the streets of Haiti, so I wasn't really taking the street by myself. My friend was driving me and was with me all the step of the way. So he helped me. He's the one that helped me maneuver around Haiti, took public transportation with me, took the motorcycle with me so that I could be very comfortable. So I was waiting for my friend that day. He was supposed to pick me up around 3 p.m. We were going to go to Pétionville to eat something, and then he was going to go and meet with me with Madame Sejour, who lives in the area. So at 3 p.m. I didn't see him. I called him and I was like, where are you? He said, I'm very sorry, my boss just got back, just came to Haiti, and she wants to have a meeting with us, so it looks like I'm going to have to pick you up after 4. Is that okay? So I was like, well, that's okay. But I still, at the time, my mom was very just not having me going anywhere. She just wanted me to be in the house. So I didn't like to go out when she was here, so at the time, but my parents came home very, very late. So I was just sitting here waiting for him. Next thing I know, the gate was opening and my parents were coming home. So I was like, how come they're home so early? It was 4:30. Usually my parents don't come home till like past 5 p.m. So I was like, wow, why are they home so early today? I was like, Jesus Christ. She's gonna talk, she's gonna see that I'm going out, and it's like, wow. So anyways, as they came home and everything, and I'm waiting for my friend, next thing I know, the house started to shake. I knew that it was an earthquake. I knew that. Like at the jump, the minute, I was like, oh my God, there goes an earthquake. But I knew it wasn't gonna stay. I knew that these earthquakes are supposed to be like 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds max, so it wasn't. So when I started to panic was I was sitting in front of the computer desk of the house, and at the time my parent had a little bar and they had a lot of the drinks, and I realized that the drinks were falling off and that little chandelier was shaking very high. And then my younger sister was in the room, and then she walked out of the room, and she was coming